Hello there everybody, and welcome to the update video for Hades Vault. This is just going to cover the updates that have happened in the past week and a half since the vault was first released, so if you want to see the procedures, you can check out the original guard video, which I'll link in the description, as well as in the card top right. All the procedures in that video should still be accurate, besides one or two, which I'll cover in this video. Before we get started, however, I want to thank the 18.7 thousand of you that have subscribed in the past week and a half. Before the vault was released, we were at 101 subscribers, which is everybody inside this netherite square right here. And since then, we have gone up to 18.7 thousand, which is everybody in these diamond blocks right here. If you have subscribed since the vault went up, and before this video, you're one of these diamond blocks. You can find yourself somewhere in there. Don't know who you are, but you're somewhere in there. If you want to join that square, feel free to subscribe. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later. Now that that's out of the way, let's get right into the video. One last thing. This video is going to be split into 3 different sections: the visitor process, guard areas, and some technical details. Since we're starting up front, let's just go with the visitor process first. Starting with the lights outside, you can now see that the lockdown light is the entry prohibited light. When this light is on, it just plays this tone instead when you ring the bell, and stops the signal from going inside, so the guards are not notified of your presence. Something not related directly to the visitor process are the command blocks out here. They're just there to respawn the other guardians if you're having issues, so you don't need to touch them if you are not. And the final change outside is that all the keycards are in a chest now, with some backup blocker keycards as well. Alright, now it's time to go inside the nether. Once you're inside, you'll see that nothing has really changed. It's still just the portal inside of a box that's inside of obsidian. If you wanted to, you could add Elder Guardians to the nether and make it a little bit more secure, but as far as I can tell, there's no way to get a prisoner into the nether. And moving into the portal room, you may notice that there's a lot less netherite on the ceiling than there was before. This is because netherite is more expensive and can be pushed by pistons, so this should be more secure. Other than that, nothing has really changed besides some extra blocks that are requiring obsidian just to stop end crystals being placed, so we can just move on to the next room. After entering first decontamination, if you look behind you, you can see that the gate no longer has glass. This is to prevent you from just blowing it up and purling through, so that should make that more secure. Then if you turn back around, you can see a bed gate that was created to replace the old bed/kill trap design. The bed has hoppers underneath it, so if somebody attempts to smuggle an item, the hoppers will pick it up, trigger a lockdown, and then destroy the item. Aside from the bed gate, however, first decontamination is pretty much the same. Netherite has been replaced with obsidian, and the hallways have been made a little bit smaller, but that's about it. After first decontamination, we get to the lava tunnel. The lava tunnel has been changed quite a bit, with the top layer of lava being removed, so that now you can actually see all the way down the hallway, and that's been replaced with trapdoors, just so you can't place blocks in there. Now the bottom half of the lava tunnel has observers, so if you do anything inside of it, it'll be detected. Other than that, it's same length, same door mechanism, all that stuff, so that's really the only change in the lava tunnel. Aside from a drown being added next to the second bed gate, nothing has really changed over there, so we're just going to go straight to the cell access. This has seen a bunch of changes, mostly related to how pistons are placed and some extra corners. Right behind the trapdoor is a little corner so you can't use pistons. The tunnel now has some pistons on top and some on bottom. That will make it harder to ender pearl through the tunnel if you ever get access to one of those sides of pistons somehow. And in the middle of the tunnel, there's now just a piston that extends with a block on top of it to prevent you from pushing any blocks. The final thing for the visitor process is the exit tunnel. There's already really been 2 changes made to this exit tunnel, which is the trapdoor airlock thing has been switched to netherite, so it's harder to get through. And there's now a one-way door at the end of the long tunnel, which is vital for preventing people from going backwards. The portal cannot be opened until the visitor has gone through that one-way tunnel, so you don't have to worry about people going through the nether portal and backflowing through the exit tunnel. Just pay attention here that the lever to open the exit portal is currently flipped to the on position. However, when you look, the portal is closed until I step on this pressure plate here, which then opens up the exit portal. Alright, now we're going to go to the guard areas, and since there's not been any updates to the warden room, we're just going to go straight to the guard room. On the right, there's now a trigger lockdown button, which does exactly what it says on the sign and triggers the lockdown. I'll also explain. If you go to the other side of the room, there's a disconnect switch for the front stasis activator. If you look at the sign behind it, you can see why. I'll also link a video in the description and the card on the top right, just to show some ways that's been abused. So now you can disconnect that and not have to worry about it. After that, we can go over to the back right corner, and the lever on the right enables and disables the preparing light. The switch inside the portal control room now enables or disables the portal light in a different way, which means that lever controls whether or not the light can be on versus whether or not it is on. That switch needs both to be up in the portal control room, and this one needs to be down in order for the light to turn on. To the left of the switch, we have the disconnect for the stasis activator from the doorbell, If somebody's screaming the doorbell, he can just flip this and they won't be able to summon you anymore using the doorbell. You can use that if you can't get to the entry prohibited light just in time. That'll fix that. Next, we have the exit portal for the guards. The guards can go through here and go outside using this portal, or if they want to get a new guard in, they can open the portal, tell a new guard to come through, and they'll be brought to this portal as long as the other two portals are closed. Finally, there's an emergency exit from the guard area. If the main exit in the hub is blocked, the warden can use the ultra high security door's keycard to open this exit, go through here, and they can go protect the cell or whatever. You do not want to use this exit unless you absolutely have to, as it would provide direct guard access if somebody goes backwards through there somehow. And next up, we have the fishing area. The only really thing that's new down here is the AFK Fisher. Other than that, it's just the same. If you don't know how to use an AFK Fisher, you can grab a fishing rod, send this block right here, look at this approximate angle into the fisher, and then just hold down right click. Any fish that are caught will be automatically reeled in and then put into the chest below your feet. Alright, and next up we have the hub. This area has not changed all that much. The only real difference is that now there's trapdoors on the ceiling to prevent people from blocking off the hub entirely. So as you can see, you place a block here, but you can't place a block on top of it, so this door can still be like pearled through. Then, starting from the left, we have the tunnel to first decontamination. The trapdoor is now 2 blocks thick, so that it's harder to get through. And then you also cannot push anymore because there's a sign on top of the blocks. Heading this way, you can press this button to open a one-way door. This door only lets you go this way and not back, so that should make it harder to get through towards the trapdoor in the first place. Every single block inside the tunnel towards this door is powered now, so you cannot pull blocks away from the door. Heading over to here, there's a lockable door now towards the portal control room. On the right, this area is basically the same. Nothing has changed in here. On the left, as I mentioned earlier, this lever here just controls whether or not the preparing light can be on, not whether or not it is on. And the entry prohibited light can be controlled here now, which is convenient for stopping people from ringing the doorbell. Heading back this way, if you were to go straight on, you still get to a stasis activator. If you were to go this way, you'll see that the trapdoor's been moved over to here. This just drops you onto this side of the bed gate now. Heading further down the hallway. This door is still here. You can use medium security keycard to get through it. And you can just head down to first decontamination control room. This room is basically the same, although this is where the procedural differences are. Instead of first opening the bed, letting them sit there spawn, closing them in the kill chamber, and then killing them, now you open the outer bed, let them sit there spawn, close the outer bed, open the inner bed, and then kill them. That's the only real difference. Heading back up, you go back through here, you activate your stasis chamber, and then you come back to the hub. Alright, and once you're back in the hub, we can go straight across. Down here, this trapdoor is only 1 block thick, but it still has a sign on top of it to stop pushing. If you go straight, you'll find the high security door. You can open that and head down to get to second decontamination control. The only real difference in here is the trapdoors on the floor, and as you probably noticed in the first decontamination control room, there's also daylight sensors in the window. These are just push-proof, so they stop people from pushing the window open. When you're done here, you head back up. You can go through this high security door, and then head this way. When you're in this hallway, heading to the left, the second left, you can see a stasis activator. This just lets you drop down in here to a stasis activator down below. Or if you've dropped down into the cell hallway, you can also use the low security door keycard to open up this door here and get to the same area. Once you're down here, just like the front one, you can activate your stasis chamber and be teleported back. And finally, the warden's room only has the same, well, in this case, side treatment and then trapdoors on the floor. Nothing else has really changed in here. The button over here to trigger the lockdown has been fixed, but that's about it. So that covers everything for the guard areas. Let's just go on to some technical changes. Alright, starting in the cell, since this is where most technical details revolve around, we're going to demonstrate this by just breaking this block and then breaking the bed. You'll notice that the conduit does not turn off after the bed has been broken. This has been changed because it's been a concern for a lot of people, even though it's not really been an issue since version 7. So now, if people do somehow manage to smuggle items past all the smuggling prevention, you still can't just mine your bed to kill yourself and respawn outside. The next major technical change is that now the doors to the first station chambers can be locked. If TNT goes off and destroys the ceiling for Nexus dropper, it'll lock the door, so you can't open it even with a key card, or in the most likely scenario, powering the door directly. And then, if you want to unlock it, you have to go inside the room and press the button that says unlock the door. The same thing applies to the door inside the portal room. If this carpet is destroyed, it'll lock this door, keycard won't work, and you have to unlock it again from the inside. And the final change we're going over is change to the cell. At the bottom, you'll notice the Swiss cheese design, which is basically just catches everybody trying to pearl in a 1x1 hole, which you can't pearl out of. And then the walls, there's a 3 thick layer, which prevents you from ender pearl glitching through that, and that's basically all the changes to that. And those are all the notable changes to the prison since the prison was first released. If you liked the video, feel free to like it. If you didn't like it, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of this, you can just subscribe. Sorry for the unplanned nature of this. I probably should have planned it better, but too late now. Can't change the past. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time.